she's going to have a stamina and a muscle capability that is like beyond.
Do you see me now? Saw your face in my...
Wow. Is she just not the most amazing singer and performer as well? Like, kia ora and welcome. My name is ZoeStibi and I'm your vocal coach for today. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at Vanish Into You by Lady Gaga. I have not heard this song before and I'm so excited to see what she's up to with her vocal technique. Let's get straight to it. Oh, before I get to Lady Gaga, if you are interested in improving your singing voice through one-to-one singing lessons, check out the link in the description below because my online singing school is accepting new students. It's all down below. Let's just get to Lady Gaga.
High on a hill, you call. Two lovers regret their time. Once in a blue moon, I forget you.
Gosh, isn't she most amazing singer? So we've got this chest voice and once in a moon I forget you. So you can see she's very close to the microphone, so that's telling us that she's got very, very low volume, and also there's pretty much no air in the sound to keep it really, really quiet. Let's just go back on that because you can hear a lot of thyroid tilt in the sound.
High on a hill, you call. Two lovers regret their time.
Can you see that the lovers regret time? So she's using that thyroid tilt, and that's the main difference between speaking and singing, is that thyroid tilt. It makes it sound more sung. We're going to keep going on because I love the way that she's making nasalized sounds and non-nasalized sounds. That's so interesting to add to the feeling of the song and, you know, the expression that she's trying to get across with the emotions.
Once in a blue moon, I forget you, and once in your life, you'll be mine. Do you see me? Do you see me now? I've been waiting for you, crying out. Do you see me? Do you see me now? Saw your face in my...
So we've actually got what sounds like a little bit of a nasal sound then. And it could be nasalized, that might not be. We'd only really know if we went up there and like pinched her nose. So we're going to see me now. Now that could be that the soft palate has just dropped a little bit. And the soft palate is basically the door to the nose. And when we drop it, we get the sound comes through our nose. But there are a whole bunch of other things we could be doing with the voice, or that Lady Gaga could be doing with the voice, in order to make it sound a little bit nasalized. Could be just a tightening of the tongue root, but it could also be a tightening of the area at the back of the throat, or the pharynx. Let's just go back on that because we're not really seeing a lot of tension going on, although she's so, you know, she's been doing this for such a long time that you're not really going to see any like external effort going on anyway with this like part of her voice. Get your thoughts straight, Zoe.
Waiting for you, crying out. Do you see me? Do you see me now? Saw your face in mine in a picture by our bedside. It was cold in the summertime. We were happy just to be alive. Can I
So we're hearing the "I vanish into you." That's again that thyroid tilt, making it sound even more complainy in that moment. It fits perfectly into that part of the song, but that's really what we need in order to go higher in the range, especially in this vocal quality. I mean, I say in this vocal quality because if we were using like tons of air, we wouldn't really need to go and use that much thyroid tilt. Let's just go back on that though, because I got this in a question in a workshop that we did in the Vocal Academy last night. And one of the singers was asking, what's going on with some of these singers and that little bit of grit or a little bit of scratch in their voices. What's actually happening? So we'll talk about that in the next break. You can hear just a tiny bit in her voice there.
To the night we fly, sirens blow by our heads. Do you see me? Do you see me?
So you can hear that as well. Now that we've gone into the second verse, she's darkened the sound ever so slightly. She's gone a little bit further away from the microphone. So it's telling us that there is an increase in the volume there, although we can hear it. Sometimes that doesn't necessarily reflect in like the position of the microphone. So what we've got there is the darkening of the sound. But I said we were going to talk a little bit about that grit that she's got in her voice, that little bit of scratch coming in. Now, that could be so many different reasons within a singer. So I know that's like, Zoe, you said you'd talk about it, but now you're not going to talk about it. That could be a dryness in the vocal folds. So you can see that there's also a bit of haze going on that helps with the lights. That is also sort of a typical Lady Gaga sound that we're quite used to hearing. And that can happen when we're using just a little bit less effort than we need to keep that clean sound within the throat. So we're just using a little bit, I suppose, more effort in a bit of pressure behind the vocal folds and less effort to really go, do you keep me? Do you see me now? Using all that effort to keep lots of space within the throat. She's sort of allowing that to come over, like the false vocal folds to come just over the true vocal folds there. But this is something we kind of want to watch out for in our singing, because although it's really cool, we want to be able to sing with and without these types of effects in the sound. But Lady Gaga is super professional. She's been doing this for a very long time, so she can do whatever she wants. But I did see in an interview that she has given up smoking, so it's no longer the smoking.
Into the night we fly, sirens blow by our heads. Do you see me? Do you see me now? I've been waiting for you, crying out. Do you see me? Do you see me now? Saw your face in my eye, and a picture of inside.
Okay, it's quite good actually that we're seeing this here from this angle, because we can really see the tongue position as she's singing. So when she's gone into the second verse, there's a definite darkening of the sound, as I said earlier. That can be due to a couple of different things. So one could be that she's just lowered the larynx there, but usually the lowering of the larynx is caused by just pulling the tongue back. Do you see me? Do you see me now? And she kind of turned her head a little bit to the side. That's usually just to make sure that the full sound is not going into the microphone to kind of like overdo it, because otherwise the sound person would be like, whoa. And she's like the ultimate professional, so usually the singer needs to be the one that adjusts the position of the microphone according to the volume that's going to be coming out of it. So you saw that, as she turned her head away. I think that was a little bit more to do with moving away from the microphone, especially when you sat at the piano, rather than it being like that she needed to do it. If we go back on that, we're going to see it's quite a forward forward tongue position. And as she's going into this higher part of the song, there's a definite straightening up of her posture.
Our heads. Do you see me? Do you see me now? I've been waiting for you, crying out. Do you see me? Do you see me now? Saw your face in my eye, and a picture of life.
So we're actually up on the D5. Saw your picture now. And she's straightened up a little bit with the posture there. Now that will be, as I said, Lady Gaga is incredible, but everybody who sings needs to use their body to help the sound. Now, when we're pulling up through the sternum, making sure we're sitting up tall, we're actually activating through those back muscles, which can help to stabilize the smaller muscles of the larynx here. And that's really what, although I'm not Lady Gaga, I'm assuming that's what she's doing.
Saw your face in my
Did you see that? Saw your face in mine. She packed her lats.
and a picture of life. Our bedside, it was cold in the summertime. We were happy just to be alive. Can I vanish into you? Can I vanish in you?
I really love that she uses all these different types of sounds in her songs. She's not just going, can I vanish into you? You know, obviously that would be then a different style of singing, but I really like there's like breaths in between the words. She's changing the mouth position there. She's also making it become a little bit nasalized at the end. Now, these are all very, very advanced techniques when we're talking about singing, because if something's going wrong in the kind of chain of us learning to sing, we want to figure out where it's going wrong along the way. So we would be looking to sing with effects and without effects as well when we're learning. But if you are looking to improve your vocal technique, then it really is about one-to-one singing lessons. I tried for an entire year to run the Vocal Academy just on pre-recorded videos, and it ended up with people asking so many questions. There are honestly so many caveats to every single technical video that is why we've moved the entire academy on to one-to-one singing lessons. So you can apply using the link in the description below. And I would love to meet you to discuss your vocal goals, because this is like ultra, ultra high level. Don't forget, Lady Gaga is singing, dancing, acting, and wearing these huge costumes in her shows. She is going to have a stamina and a muscle capability that is like beyond a lot of people's. I'm not going to say anyone's, but like beyond a lot of other performers.
Saw your face in my eye, in a picture by my bedside. It was cold in the summertime. We were happy just to be alive. Can I vanish?
So she's really going for it up there around those higher B4s up into the D5s. So we've gone into this bridge section there with a slightly breathier voice quality. That's still chest voice, but it's just that the vocal folds are open to allow that increase in the breath. Let's just watch back on that.
Saw your face in my eye, in a picture by my bedside.
There we go. And she goes, it's another And then she packs the lats. Mouth is more of a trumpet shape. Got that glottal onset in order to hit those notes. Just in that first bit of that bridge, saw your face in mine. That's still that chest voice sound there, but she's bringing in some of that nasality, dropping the soft palate to kind of change the colors. Really cool.
In a picture by my bedside, it was cold in the
Can you see that? She goes, it was cold in night, and she's gone back up there. So I just it made me think of a post that I saw recently from a singing teacher when she was singing really, really quietly. And I saw the singing teacher talking about how you needed to see the uvula, which is like the little bit hanging down in the mouth, in order for the mouth to be in like the right position for your singing. And I just want to say to you that that's just wrong. Yeah, I don't really say that a lot of shit in singing is wrong, but that is just, unfortunately, there is no rule for how wide your mouth must be open. It is very different for everybody. It is very different for where the tongue needs to be, according to how big your tongue is, what you need to work on, you know, what language you speak, what your natural setup is. There's so many different things that we need to take note of. So I don't want you to think like, whoa, Lady Gaga, her mouth is so closed. Is that wrong? No, she's singing really quietly. And one of the easiest ways for us to sing quietly is to chuck some shit in the way of the sound. Vanish. Chuck your teeth in the way, and then it can become even quieter. Now she's going into this higher chest voice, or we could sort of, it really is bordering on belt in my ears. And again, that's quite subjective. So now when she's going up into those higher belt sections here in this last bit of the song, you're going to notice there's more of a trumpet mouth position. We'll talk about that in the next break, because it's completely different to when she's singing quietly and low.
bedside. It was cold in the summertime. We were happy just to be alive. Can I?
Did you hear? Just to be alive. So we've got those short, sharp, high breaths. It's helping us to activate, or helping Lady Gaga to activate through those upper chest muscles and those upper back muscles. But we notice there's more of that trumpet shape in the mouth, and that is to do with the acoustics of our singing. We don't have enough time to go into it in a full video here. But essentially, when we make that sound, it helps us. There is like an upstream effect of the breath hitting the vocal folds coming out of the mouth. That's the upstream effect. But there's also a downstream effect of the vowel that we've chosen, or the mouth shape, affecting the position of the vocal folds. So that if we create just to be alright, if we create more of that trumpet shape at the front, it's going to help us to stay in that thicker vocal fold. Before she finishes the song, did you hear all of those lovely array? Well, of course you did, didn't you? You heard all those lovely array of like little, like Vanish you that she was adding in there. Now, this is totally, I don't like to use the words healthy and unhealthy, but you know, everybody is different in their voices and what they can handle. We're wanting to make sure that they're without air, and wanting to make sure that they're without pressure. Vanish you. It's created though before the note. So you're not going. I feel like I sound like a dying crow when I make that sound. So when you're making that sound, It happens before the note, okay? And it's about a letting go. It's not, what's this, a letting go? This is opening taps. It's a letting go. It's not a tightening up to make that sound. We are seeing here, though, a sort of a kind of a slumped posture in terms of her back. But as I said earlier, Lady Gaga, she's got muscles, so maybe she can do that. And it's also about how long is she going to be sitting there performing for, how many songs is she going to sing? If you're performing an entire set or doing just one or two songs, there's a huge difference in the body posture and in kind of the way you allow it to affect your voice has a lot to do with, how long you're needing to perform for. And you heard there's a vanish into you. It's actually a clear sound with just the effect coming on top of it. Now, today I can't make that sound, but that is just the false vocal folds coming a little bit over top of the true vocal folds rather than it actually coming from pressure at the level of the vocal folds themselves.
Vanish into you.
Lady Gaga, everybody.
Wow. Is she just not the most amazing singer and performer as well? Like, I love that little moment where performers finish and then they're like, oh, I'm going back to being my normal self, thank you so much. And I know that Lady Gaga is really confident, but I love that that sort of, I don't know, that being that they are when they perform just kind of melts off and you just see the real person in that moment. I just love it. I absolutely love it. I love that song. I thought it was so touching, actually. I like the way you got that, I vanish into you. So we've got that thick vocal fold sound there, but it's still, again, with quite a lot of breath going through. Now, we're wanting to make sure that with the vocal folds themselves, we're learning to keep them closed, to open them, to make thinner vocal folds in all these different positions, because that helps us with flexibility. And flexibility is definitely what Lady Gaga showed us that she has a lot of there. But it does take training, and it does really take a building up of your vocal technique and going through specific training points. And that's why at my online singing school, the Vocal Academy, I know it's always stuff going on about, but I'm just so excited because this is exactly what we do for you. We give you a plan for your singing. We meet with weekly masterclasses. You get weekly practice groups. You get your one-to-one singing lessons. And we're also opening in 2026 a performance class where people can get group coaching on that, as well as a mindset for singing. Now, that can seem like a lot, but there is actually a lot that we need to cover within the voice lessons. And that is why we are so committed to making sure that you have the support that you need. And also you have the community, because it's really all about seeing that you're not the only one with these vocal, things going on or feeling like they're problems. There are so many other singers out there who are struggling with exactly the same thing, and we can learn from each other. And it's not about joining any old group program. You have to get the one-to-one support as well. So you can check it out down below. Check out some Lady Gaga up here. And just remember, anyone can learn to sing. Comment down below with what you want me to have a look at her performances next, and I'll see you around here next time. Happy singing. Ka kite anō.